Oh, hello. Hi, everybody. We are live. I'm Amanda Call. This is my webcomic, Age of Night. We've been working on this page for many streams. I'm going to try to finish it tonight. So, this is chapter 28, page 17. It's almost completely inked. We're going to finally do the brush inking on these figures. So, I've got my Winsor & Newton Series 7 brush. I've got some India ink over here. I already opened it though, so I'm not going to show you the bottle because I don't want to make a mess. So I'm going to get some ink on there. I have my little scrap paper off to the side where I'm going to kind of hone down that point, and then we can start. Hope everybody is doing well. I did not stream last week during my regular time because we were camping on a family camping trip, which was overall very fun. The first night it poured and like I woke up because I could hear the rain like pounding on the tent and just like coming down like crazy outside, and I was like, "Ugh, that doesn't sound good." And then at some point I realized I was kind of wet and never really fully got back to sleep after that. At some point my husband woke up and he's like, I can't go back to sleep. Something's dripping water on my head." And I was like, "Yeah. Yeah, I'm sleeping in a puddle, so I feel you." So, yeah, the our tent was not up for the, torrential downpour, which was quite but thankfully, that was the only really bad weather that we had, and the rest of the time, like, that morning, we got to take everything out of the tent and dry it out, and the rest of the time, we had pretty good weather, like, a couple little afternoon thunder showers, but was overall not bad at all. And we had a great time right on the lake. Kids got to swim the whole time, to sit back and relax a little bit. Was a good time, but I am happy to be back in the studio getting stuff done. All right. Hey, it's Bud. Forgot what day it was on the 4th and missed it. Oh, that's okay. These things happen. Sorry I wasn't here last week, but I have returned from a different wilderness than the one I live in, which I do think is kind of funny. I had one of my friends was like, "You live in the wilderness. Why do you go camping? Why are you going more in the wilderness? It doesn't make any sense." And it's like, I'm actually not even realistically more in the wilderness. I'm just in like different wilderness when I go camping because it is kind of funny when you go to like a regular campground, especially one that's as popular as the one that we went to, and you've got like lots of other people in their little campsites close enough that you could throw a rock at them. and my neighbors are not that close. Like, nobody lives that close to me. I had way more people in close proximity to me while camping than I normally do at home, which is just which is just funny. It's funny. But, you go to a different bit of wilderness, some novel wilderness that you don't see every day. All right, there we go. So, yeah, we had a good time, had fun just kinda throwing my kids in the water for a while and letting them do their what else has happened in the meantime? I did the Sidewalk Art Festival in Bangor, Maine, and that went, "Hey, hungry?" No, thankfully, it's not been too bad around here. We have had some heavy rain in my area, and not my town, but a couple of, like, adjacent towns have had issues with, not, like, super flooding, but we've had, like, a couple roads wash out and get flooded. Like, not complete washouts, but, like, the culvert will wash out, and so the edge of the road is kind of a mess, and they have to down while they fix it, but not any of, like, the really major bad stuff like they've had in, Vermont and New Hampshire, which have been really badly hit. It has still been incredibly rainy and humid here, but thankfully it has not gotten to that level as of yet in my area. Hopefully, the weather patterns will shift a little bit and it'll stop being so freaking miserable. I sat down on my couch yesterday morning to put on my shoes, and my couch was wet. Like, nothing was on my couch. Nothing had gotten spilled on my couch. There was no reason for it to be wet other than it was just so humid that it made my couch feel wet. Like, it's been so gross. It's so gross. So, all things considered, we have been very lucky. It's just would be nice if, for everyone's sake, the weather patterns would shift a little bit and some of this, like, intense rainfall could go somewhere like, oh, I don't know, on top of all the wildfires in Canada. That would be nice. 'Cause we have had terrible air quality too from all of the wildfires. So it's like smoke and humidity. We were outside trying to catch up on some of the gardening because between the rain and then the couple of nice days that we've had recently, thankfully, were when we were camping. That's good. Very glad we had some nice weather while we were camping. But that means that we've had nothing but crappy weather since we came back, and my garden is completely out of control. There's just weeds everywhere. I can kind of see some vegetables poking up through the weeds. And so we were out there for a while this afternoon trying to catch up and get rid of some of the weeds. And the air quality was just so terrible. Derek couldn't stay out there with me for very long because he was just like, I can't breathe. I think I'm done. I'm like, okay, fair. That's please don't keel over in the garden. We don't want that to happen. No herc. You're not allowed to herc dead. No. Okay, this horsey's head is in front of this character, so we're gonna do that next. Whoops. But yeah, I did the Bangor Sidewalk Art Festival. That was really cool. Uh, didn't have too much in the way of bad weather there. Like that's been the thing is any day that we've had nice weather, I've been busy with something. Which again, very thankful that I had a nice day for the Sidewalk Art Festival and didn't have to worry about all of my stuff getting ruined in the rain, but a few more of those days would also be nice. Just saying, just saying. Yeah, it was really great. It was really well attended. They just like closed down a street in downtown Bangor to driving traffic and everybody just kind of wandered through it and they had all of the Higgins, thanks so much for lurking. Appreciate it. So yeah, they closed down Center Street and everybody had their little booths set up, their little outdoor tents set up and all of their art stuff they were selling. And I brought the whole family. The kids came and helped me set up the tent. Um, and they didn't stay super long because they got bored, which is fair. I didn't expect them to stay all day. They saw it like they walked around and saw everything and did the little activities in the kids' tent, and then they were like, "Okay, we're bored now." So then my mother-in-law came and picked them up, so that worked out. And my husband stayed and kept me company and helped me out, allowed me a chance to get out and wander around and got me a lemonade because it was very toasty that day. But it went really well. I sold some original pieces, which was pretty cool. That's not something that happens super often. Sold a bunch of prints, sold my cool new artist not content creator screen print, which was my first attempt at screen printing solo. So, my friend Abby taught me how to screen print recently when I went to visit them. They're Abby the Cleric on Twitter. I don't know if they've jumped over to any of the other apps or anything yet, but they're pretty great if you want to follow them too. But they taught me how to screen print recently, and they've been doing it for a while, and I had never done it before. And so I did my like little prototype of my artist, not content creator design, and they like guided me through how to make a screen print with it. And that all went fine, but that was with someone who knew what they were doing helping me. And so then for the Sidewalk Art Festival, I did a bunch of them and it was the first time like I refined the design a little bit and it was the first time I did screen printing alone and I was very overwhelmed. I did not know what I was doing. I think it came out okay. I can still see like where there's a lot of technical improvements that can be made. Um, I can see where I don't think the prints came out the best, but it was mostly the experience of just, like, trying to figure out a new technique without anyone there to, like, help you out, and just doing the dog floating in space meme. I have no idea what I'm doing. But it was a lot of fun, and I have, like, the stuff now, so I'm gonna definitely do more of it at some point, and hopefully will gain confidence as I continue. Okay, we've got another horsey whose mane is right here. They're kinda covered by their ears are kinda covered by the word balloons. So we're just gonna kinda get that in there. That's the reins for this horsey. Yeah, Sidewalk Art Festival was a really great time. Sold quite a bit, met a bunch of cool people, learned about some other really cool local art events that are gonna be going on that I'm gonna try to get involved with, so that was super fun. And then last weekend, I had a different event. This one was at the Orno Brewing Company. They have this little monthly event that they've been doing called Pop-Ups and Pints, where they do like a just a little pop-up shop thing with different small creators. And it's not always like exclusively artists. It can be a bunch of different stuff. So like they did the event that I was at, it was me and a stained glass artist and an author and someone who made like gourmet dog treats. So that looked like actual treats. Like they looked like little cupcakes and donuts and stuff. It was very cute. And that was a very chill event because it was just like, yeah, just hang out in the OBC tap room and for the afternoon. And if you sell some stuff, cool. And like have a beer and just chill with some other cool people. It's like, okay. And I did sell some stuff, but it was really just kind of a nice, relaxing afternoon. I guess next month they're having an actual comic themed, like comic artist themed one. But that is when I am going to be. It's the same weekend that I'm going to be at Gen Con. So that's not going to work. Try to fill in all the little black spaces. Fill in Drake's fur here. And make the weird little lines that I did to outline his different overlapping parts make sense. And hopefully it all comes together. Hooray, it looks like a cat. All right, and we've got so holding. I'm trying to figure out like what is blocked here by the word balloons. Like what did I have going on here? That's an ear. That's probably part of like I don't know what's going on there. But you know what? It's fine. We're just gonna do some of this business. Because I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing here. This is the problem with having done this particular over the course of like 2 months is I don't remember what I'm doing. We'll have to try to do something next time that's not going to take quite as long than what I was working on. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there on this. All of the different overlapping pieces of a guy with a bunch of gear on riding on the back of a horse with a cat in his lap. There's just a lot going on there. Okay. That part was like way more complicated. It felt very complicated. So, how has everyone else been doing in this time while I have been off doing other stuff? It feels like it was a lot longer than like 2 weeks since the last time I streamed because I've been so busy. All right, horsey butt. There's the horsey butt. Whoop. There it is. All right. Anyone else doing any fun summer stuff? I still have a lot planned for the rest of this summer too. We've got a lot going on. Got my friend's birthday party coming up this weekend. That's the Under the Sea prom birthday. I'm so excited for it. I'm trying to finish my dress. It's of course I'm always like overly ambitious and now I'm like, "Oh no, what have I gotten myself into?" But I think it'll come together. We'll get there. We'll get there. And then the weekend after that is Well, the week after that, I have town meeting. I have to run for my day job, which is a little bit anxiety inducing because I haven't run town meeting before. So trying to get ready for that. And the weekend after that is going to be my husband's family reunion, which is like a fun little family picnic event that happens every summer. And then I think the weekend after that is Gen Con. ah! Just a lot going on all the time. Okay, we are on to the last tier. We're almost there. And it's like halfway through the stream. That's pretty good timing. Doing pretty well. We should hopefully be able to finish this evening. So I've also been still chipping away at uploading the back catalog at the website, ageofnight.com. I've gotten a good chunk of it up at this point. I don't know if you've been there recently. You should check it out. But the new page updates are going to resume on August 1st. Hopefully the entire back catalog will be up by then. It will be. It's just a matter of like, am I going to get to continue to steadily work at it, or is it going to turn into a mad dash at the end? Prepping for Gen Con myself, getting this need to be gone for a week. Yeah. Thankfully the worst of like the hectic work stuff will be kind of over with for a while right before Gen Con for me, so it should be fairly quiet and not a big deal for me to be gone for a while. We'll see. Because once we get through town meeting, it's kind of quiet for a while until we get to like election time. So, woo! That's like the last big, like, oh my gosh, we have to run around and do a bunch of stuff time for a bit. Look at this. Look at this snarky little face. He's like, heh, heh, heh. I know I got a rise out of you. Oh, is there? Oh, goodness. So snark, much confidence. Wow.
I just don't know. Someone said I just.
This character is based on somebody that I know. That is where this snarky face is coming from. So this is a well-informed snarky face. And he's very much the type of person who would be like, "Oh, I'm going to throw in a little thing that's contradictory to what you're saying because I'm just a snarky jerk like that." Good friend of mine, snarky jerk. Frequently causes problems for himself and others by being a snarky jerk. It's a thing, is it? It is not you, Higgins. Oh, goodness. Yep. That is the smirk of, aha, I got a rise out of you. That's exactly what I wanted. Trying to continue to keep her hair texture legible while I'm doing this. Not have it just turn into a scribble. All right. Whoops. That was a little bit more of a mark than I intended to make there. That's okay. We'll make it work. Horsey. Okay. Hooray. Now that panel's done. We've only got 2 panels left. We're almost there. We're almost at the end. Just giving my brush a quick clean before I reload it and continue on. All right. And we got the little, gotta get some fur texture in here. Whoops. There we go. concentrating. Yay. Okay. I did it. I didn't mess up her face. Especially on these panels where it's like, nobody's saying anything. We're just having a quiet moment. Let's not mess up the reflective quiet moment expression. Try to get the shadow falling from that tunic to kind of follow the curve of her leg to help add to some of the depth there. Okay. Hooray, last panel. All right, we're on the last panel. We're in roughly the last 10 or so minutes of the stream. So while I try to finish this up, we will also start doing the YouTube things. And I will remind you that I'm Amanda Call. This is my YouTube channel. And I do these live art streams pretty much every Tuesday. Every once in a while, I'll miss one because I'm like busy doing something. But for the most part, just about every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I work on some artwork for about an hour and I talk about what I'm doing and I take questions. We didn't really have too many questions this time. We just kind of chatted, but I'm always happy to take questions and answer questions about my work and my technique and, just like whatever. Within reason, whatever. We can chat about other stuff. Doesn't always have to be the art. Yeah. Yay, last panel. Almost done with this comic page that's been sitting on my desk for like 2 months. This comic page, by the way, is from my webcomic, Age of Night, which you can read online at ageofnight.com. That's AGEOFNIGHT.com. I am currently on a little sabbatical from updating new pages. Those are going to resume in just a couple of weeks, though. Those will be starting back up in August. And in the meantime, I'm also working on updating my website. So the entire back catalog is not up there yet. I'm working on it a little bit more every day. But it's a good chance to get caught up if you haven't read it before, or if you're a little bit behind, or you just don't remember what has happened because it's been a while. Check back in every once in a while. Sign up for the newsletter when you're there so that you can get updates when I'm doing cool stuff. All that good stuff. I promise not to be obnoxious. I will probably only send out a newsletter like once a month. But you should definitely go to the website and check it out. Let me know how it's looking as we're getting it updated and if I broke anything. Also important. And once I get the whole back catalog re-uploaded, you'll be able to read all of Age of Night for free. And once page updates start happening again at the beginning of August, there'll be a new page every week. But if you would also like to actually help support me creating comics, there's a couple different ways that you can do that. You can support me on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Age of Night. Patrons always get their updates a week early. Plus you get other free comics, bonus content other people don't get to see. It's pretty cool. I get to see what I'm working on before anyone else does a lot of times. Sometimes way before anyone else does. So for example, I know it was not this past Halloween, but the one before, I had around that time, I had worked on a page from a horror comic for that I was working on for one of my streams. It was a while ago now. And I posted the whole thing, the whole comic for Halloween last year. And then the anthology that it was for didn't come out until summer. Yay! Yeah, and I send out little zines and stuff as I make them to the high tier patrons get actual physical copies. So occasionally you can even get mail from me. I love making the little zines and sending them out. That makes me happy. There's just something so enjoyable about it. Other ways you can support my comic: you can buy digital copies of the first 3 volumes on Amazon, on the drive-through websites. So that's drive-through RPG, drive-through comics, and drive-through fiction. You can also buy them on Skirmisher's website. They're my digital publishing partner. On that skirmisher.com. They've got like PDF versions that I think are probably some of the better digital versions. They're pretty high quality. But if you want to get like your Kindle version or whatever, that's going to be on Amazon. Amazon also has physical copies of the book, but you can also get them from me, like at a comic convention or something. I swear I'm going to eventually put them on my actual web store, but I just have not gotten there yet. Partially because I go to a convention and then I'm not very good at keeping up with my inventory. I come home and I'm like, "Wait, how many comics do I have? How many comics did I sell?" Like, I keep track of how many I sell while I'm there, but then I don't know, for some reason that doesn't, like I have a hard time translating that into, well, how many books does that mean I have left now? So, it's just one of the many things on the never-ending to-do list, not gotten to done, but hopefully will soon. Jeremy's been talking to me about different options for upgrading and integrating shop options on the new site. So we will hopefully make some cool updates there. We're working on. There's always so many things to work on. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. Can we finish it before the hour's up? We just need to finish her head, and then we'll be done with this page that has taken forever. I mean, it's been like 7 streams, I think. 7 hours for a page is not actually that bad. I just typically work pretty fast, so 7 seems like a very long time to have worked on a comic page for me. It's not like actually a long time to have worked on a comic page. They can take way more than that. Some people routinely take way more time than that. Because that's just the way that they work. And that's fine. Some of their comics are way better than mine. But everybody works at their own pace. It's just a matter of what you're comfortable with, what produces the best results for you. If I spend too much time on a page, it just starts getting like overworked. It's obvious that to me anyway, it's obvious that I've been spending too much time and haven't been able to just like make up my mind what I'm doing. Yeah, the side of her head looked kind of naked there. That eyelash helps. It just looked weird. It's like I know from the angle that her face is at, you wouldn't really see her eyebrow, but it just looked weird with there being nothing there. That helped. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Just a couple of dreadlocks left. We're almost there. Yay! We did it with just a few seconds to spare. Okay, that is it. Yay, this page is finally done. It's done. Thanks so much, everybody, for coming and hanging out with me while I worked on this lovely page. I will see you all next time. Bye.